Good day, everyone, and Happy New Year. I hope everyone has entered 2019, in a good spirit, and everything is good. So I'm back. I think this is the first session that I'm doing for this year. Anyway, I thought today let me open the year by something that can help us probably to introspect. We look deep down within us about certain things. Now, what I want to talk about briefly today is a concept that most of us wouldn't like to deal with, that we wouldn't like to handle and to face. The question is, what if, just what if you are the problem in your relationship? What if you are the cause of the issues that you have? Now, sometimes you don't have to do something wrong in order for you to be a problem or to cause a bit of a stir in your marriage or in your relationship. Sometimes just being good can be a problem. I know it might sound a little bit confusing, and I would encourage you, especially if you are confused by this, to make sure that you attend some of the seminars that I do. Every month there is one. We have one now, end of this month. It's normally the third or the fourth week of each month. Now, you might be asking, so Pastor X, how do I become a problem by being good in my relationship and in my marriage? And there are a few things that I just want to highlight quickly. And I believe in some of the sessions that I do and in some of the 11 books that I have, some of the details will be in that. One is the whole principle of loving recklessly, carelessly, and ignorantly. Meaning that you love your partner, but your love maybe is just too reckless, in such a way that you love your partner not even the way they want to be loved, all right? Or you love them carelessly. You just focusing on how you feel about how you make them feel, as opposed to focusing on how they feel about the love that you're giving, what they call love languages, where you love now a person only the way that suits you. Now, the love that you give to that person, it doesn't speak the same language that is expected. So you are two phones here. One has got infrared, one has got Bluetooth, and then they're not communicating together. Or you love ignorantly, meaning that you're not paying attention to your partner, to their needs. You're not paying attention to the fact that probably they've taken an off-ramp along the journey. You just continue to just love, without assessing the environment. Is the love that I'm giving still relevant in 2019? Am I still in love, loving my partner in a relevant way? For instance, if I used to take you to movies, are you still a fan of movies? Or you have changed from that? And then the second thing is neglecting small signs. So you might be a problem because during the course of your relationship, dating and all that, you neglected small signs, all right? You've allowed those small things to grow. There are small things that starts as a small, and sometimes all of us, we justify them. We're like, it's a small thing. Let me not make fuss of this. Let me not be petty and so forth. And then it just piles up. It keeps happening and happening. So we neglect that, and then that could cause the problem. So one of the problems that you are having in your marriage today is because you neglected those small signs. Okay? And then the other one is not having dealt with your past hurts. Now, this is something that happens a lot, where you've been hurt in your previous relationships, and now you thought that because you've never dealt with it, you thought that you're okay. And only to find out that now you are bleeding to a person who never even hurt you. This person wants to love you. This person is giving you all that they can, but you can't receive it because you still very hurt from the previous relationships. Now, previous relationships is not only romantic relationships, but it only applies to relationship with your parents, your siblings, the ex-colleagues, ex-bosses, and so forth. Those things, if you haven't dealt with the issues, they come back, they haunt you. You know what Batabile Dlamini says? Those small nyana skeletons in the closet, they start falling and falling and falling. Right? And then the other one, not training your partner on how to love or treat you. People will always treat you the way you teach them to treat you. Okay? So if, for instance, I start by raising my voice to you, it's going to start with that. If you allow it, and then I will think it's acceptable. Hence, other people don't believe, even after beating you up, and when now you go and you take them to let's say you take them to court, you take them to police station, they don't get it as to why, because for the last 10 years it's been okay. You never made an issue about it. So you need to train your partner on how to love you. You need to train them on how to treat you. Otherwise, you will become a problem by not training them. And then the other one, getting too happy and too comfortable, thinking you have it figured out. You know, most people that I sit with them in my sessions, and then I realize that the marriage ended like years ago. But when you were so happy, they give you everything that you want, but there was no marriage, you know. It was more financial transactions. You know, the love is not there, emotions are not there, nothing, even physically the person is not there. And in this world of technology, I might be even in front of you, but my psyche, you know, is not there. So those also could be your, you know, the issues that you bring about. Where you are too comfortable, you are so zoned out, you are in your world, in your own world, as a result that you don't even pay attention that the marriage is gone. Okay? So you could be the problem because of that. And maybe your expectations are way too high and unreasonable for the kind of person you are with. There are people who would expect you to have like a mansion, okay? Like a 10 million house, while you can't even realistically, based on what you afford and what you are making, you can't even afford a 1 million house. And you're having this partner saying, you know, you're staying in a 300,000 house, but they want an X6. It just doesn't make sense. So you start putting these expectations because of probably TV or the friends that you keep, the things that you talk with your friends and so forth. And you put pressure in this person so much. Now, not just on material things, but also you might find the poor guy, let's say if you're talking ladies, the poor guy or even the poor lady can only take one round, you know, a night. And when here you are, you're expecting 14 rounds. And without even recognizing that there's a problem and limitations from your partner's side, and, you know, seek help if needs be. So the expectations that you have could cause you to be the problem in the marriage. And then the other one, perhaps you have lowered your standards, you know, to accommodate your partner. There are people, your standards are here. I will never date somebody who drinks. I will never marry somebody with 5 kids. And you see, you have your standard. You've set it up here and you're not compromising that. Boom! You meet this person, you love this person, and then zip, drop your standards. You know, way below in your own minimum. So when you do that, it means that you will never be happy. You are the cause of the problem because you've lowered yourself to a point where you will suffocate because that is not you. That is not your level. And I'm not saying don't compromise, but other people, they drop values, they drop, you know, standards that speaks to the character of who they are. And then that becomes a bit of a problem. And then the last 3, it could happen that you wait until it's too late to realize that there's a problem. Now, that could be a serious problem. So you see that there's a problem. You see the signs that I spoke about earlier, but you keep, you know, postponing. No, things will be okay. Izinto zizoba right, zizoba ngcono, and then xesha lihambe akho nto elungayo. How so sheba now? And you know, you can't do anything about them. It's done, it's too late. You are up to here. up to your eyeballs deep into the issues that you might have. So that could be also a problem. It could happen that you have no foresight for the relationship. All right. So it means that where you are, you don't see 3 years to come. You just see here. And that becomes a problem now, because you might find your partner, it's somebody who thinks there. And those two thinkings, if there's a term like that, and then they clash. You know, you're thinking here, you don't see yourself beyond the point that you are in now. And then that becomes also a problem. It means that you're not applying yourself enough into the relationship. Now, you need to take charge of your relationship. And remember, it takes 2 people to fix it. It takes 2 people to mess it up. It takes 2 people to build it. And lastly, happens that anything that has started wrong, it's bound to end wrong if you haven't done anything to correct it. With those few words, let me leave you here. I hope you guys will have a blessed week ahead, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you again next week. Remember, you can follow me on my Facebook page, Marriage Affairs with Pastor X, on my Instagram, and also my website, www.xhm.co.za. And then you can get information about my books and also the seminars that we have. Have a blessed time. God bless you.